Welcome back to X4 Cradle of Humanity. This is Andy from Aging Gaming, and I thought we had pretty much wrapped up the Terran storyline, and we did. And so we went in and we did this one mission off camera where this Dal Busta is now tied to us. He kind of reminds me of one of those CIA dudes who's getting involved in regime change and all that. He seems to have his fingers in all the little pies, so you get a lot of missions from him. And Delilah wants to talk to us about some covert missions, so we're going to do that. And he just contacted us and said he got some information, so let's talk to him about that.
However, that is not a conversation to hold over comms. Let's meet in person.
Oh. Yeah, that man can take care of himself. All right, where are we going here?
Entering system. Grand exchange.
How's it going?
Great.
So, here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Zyarth. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established. Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit. It won't be easy. From what I've gathered, most split are not particularly keen on working with outsiders.
What's your plan?
I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
Oh yeah, that sounds fascinating. What can I do?
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport. Of course not. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the free families or the patriarchy occupation there. He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment.
Okay. Thanks.
He requests to be transported in an S-size ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more.
Perfect. Well, we've got S-size ships all over the place, and we happen to have one probably pretty close to where we need to be. So let's run over there.
Entering system. Argus Ravine.
Sir.
got a lock on his current location.
I had a feeling you
Transmitting
might.
data now.
All right, let's see where he is. We might not want to use this one. Oh, yeah, he's quite a ways away. Oh. Of course. He's in the Matrix. I think we can do that. I don't really want to lose my position here. So, I'm thinking geometric owl. And I'll see you when we get there.
Successfully docked.
It's an honor to have you aboard.
Hello.
Hello.
Wonderful. Split going to meet Ken. Right. Split can humor you with some stories.
Perfect.
Ask. Outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones, such as the family Takir. It's more of a slum than an economy, really, but some pride themselves on being free from imperial rule. Some of the families do not want patriarchal laws in their realm, and local pirates are similarly reluctant to accept proper government.
So this guy bought into the patriarchal propaganda. Be careful. We don't want to alienate him.
The disgraced family responsible for a reactor incident on a shipyard.
Huh.
We still remember our dead every anniversary. May they haunt that cursed family for all eternity.
Okay.
Ask. Patriarchal split are traditional. Politics follow Tharuk's way. Zyarth, patriarch of all split, unites all lesser patriarchs under his rule. The patriarch is a survivalist, always on the move. He made a name for himself fighting Xenon invaders. The Zyarth family was thriving in the outer reaches. Then Patriarch Ronkar failed to keep the empire together. Zyarth stepped in to prevent the great families from drifting apart. After the gate realignments, he had outlived all his former competitors. And now there is barely a split alive who would remember another patriarch on the throne.
Okay.
Given how long he has to reign, do not expect him to be gone anytime soon.
By Bozo, don't question the future of what could be his government.
Ask. The patriarchy grants all split, outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones a way out of the slums and back to civilization. But to reintegrate the free families back to split society, criminals must be weeded out. Ask.
Should we talk about slavery? Sure. Why not?
Oh yes, split civilization has long slave tradition. Split not look kindly upon weaklings, be it foreign creatures or own kin. You seem concerned about slaves' fate. Maybe you interested in some news? Argon slaves heard that their home world was reconnected. They grew insurgent, so patriarchy started pushing slave rights to calm them. Of course, that goes against free families. Argon Federation is demanding end to enslavement of Argon, but cannot go into every split household and take their slaves.
I will let that one slide, but just to remind you, your mission was to befriend him.
That's
Shut up.
enough. Time to go now.
Yeah, let's go on board. Split is an interesting faction. We've just made friends with them. Friends enough so that we can purchase what I hope to be an awesome ship from them. And let's see if they're even started on that yet. Nope, not yet. They're still trying to get supplies.
I'm aboard your ship and ready to go. This is Sector Security. Split scan now. What you have?
I don't think I have
warned
anything.
my assistant to not become an accomplice in an unlawful conveyance of goods.
I think you'd better comply. Wait, let your passenger deal with this.
Okay.
This is Foul Tenant reporting on behalf of scaled vessel. Captain, this one has some dangerous opinions. No imminent danger, though.
Well, that was interesting. All right, what are we waiting for? Love it when they do that. Wait. Probably to get through
Entering
the gate.
system.
Hopefully.
Matrix. Number 9.
Let's get up, see what happens. Nothing.
Since you showed interest in split culture, have friend who might talk some sense into you. That reckless split always find trouble. Sending you her contact details.
Well, that was unexpected. Looks like our suspect was scouting newcomers for the Zyarth authorities. Connections to the Zyarth patriarchy won't get us anywhere. The contact he provided, however, definitely belongs to the Free Families. I have a possible location for her, but she won't be that easy to actually get hold of.
Have a look at this. Recently, there have been a number of slaves who have escaped their former masters.
This isn't the first instance of slave resistance since the gates opened. News of a strong Argon Federation elsewhere has inspired them with some hope. This lot, however, decided to take our split friend hostage. Doing her a favor could earn us the friend we need. Be aware that the Patriarchy police are also looking for this ship.
This vessel fits the type, but I am not sure if it is indeed the correct one. This one appears to have been abandoned. How strange! You should try to gain entry to it, so that we can extract more details from the ship's internal logs. Oh, dearie me, no. Apparently, this vessel was stopped, and its crew taken during the invasion by the Patriarchy. This must all have happened before the gates were reconnected. It is clearly the wrong ship, so let us turn our attention to other possible locations for her whereabouts.
Wait a minute, can we take the ship?
The others, right. I have a lot of bulk data, but can't pinpoint a possible location for our fugitives. Sending it over. This sort of riddle should make your senses tingle. Bozo will help you track them down so that you can negotiate the hostages' release.
How exciting! Dull has provided a considerable number of sensor data logs from ships that have traversed Free Families sectors on their trade routes. Analyzing the logs and cross-referencing them with cargo records, I was able to identify several vessels worthy of further investigation. I will mark their positions on your map for you.
Docking granted.
Oh,
Cobra.
This wreckage appears similar to the vessel we are looking for, but it is of a different type. is no use in further investigation.
Okay.
This vessel appears to be a rock.
That's what you got off my sensor data?
Obscure readings can result in low levels of certainty. This vessel seems to fit the description provided by Dahl rather well. Maybe you could try asking the pilot whether they recently escaped slavery aboard a split station.
Oh, that'll go down well. Seriously, though, just ask them where they're headed or something.
Follow the hijacked ship. Okay.
This is your first and only warning. Do not approach any closer or we'll open fire.
They don't seem very welcoming.
He's carrying quite a weight on his shoulders with those other fugitives on board. We'll have to persuade him if we want to get our hostage.
Is that really necessary?
They only need to think that you're willing to kill. Oh, and try not to damage the crew quarters.
This might not be the best ship for this. That's a big ship.
Autopilot disengaged.
Get lost. That was a bad move.
Was it though?
Danger.
I've got you now. You're going to get it now.
Am I though?
That was a bad move.
Danger.
dock at your ship to pick her up.
Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Undock? Okay.
Split go home.
Slave trader tree calling foreign vessel. Foreign vessel will release a split hostage immediately.
Split go home. Please comply.
The timing of that was rather suspicious.
So we have to dock at the slave trader.
Successfully docked.
Before you leave, you better have a little chat with that pilot. You may have made a friend after all.
Creature is welcomed aboard, slave trader tree. Split
Okay.
not found of outsiders meddling with split matters. Fugitive has been under surveillance. Contact has been made to negotiate hostages' freedom. Hostage situation was under control. This creature's reckless behavior endangers a split life. Nonetheless, this creature did try to rescue one of ours. So, Pilot can make amends by attending funeral of Split War hero. Pilot, meet our ship at Accelerator in Heart of Acrimony. Pilot also bring customary gift of caviar.
Well, that's easy enough.
Okay, I found some more data on her in the trade station's records. This was apparently a curb, a female advisor to male split decision makers. These curbs were originally set up by Patriarch Gus de Guild to temper the worst excesses of male split's enthusiasm. She belongs to Takurt to Zink, a minor patriarch who trades in Argon slaves with the Zyrth Patriarchy. She was probably out here to clean up on the fugitive property mess, which caused a significant loss of face for her male counterpart. Not that family Takurt has much reputation to lose these days.
All right, so let's go get some spacefly caviar. That'll just take a second, I think. I don't think we... No, I know we don't have any on us. But I know where we can get some.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
We need 25. And now we go to the trainer's corner.
Awaiting orders.
Well, this is pretty.
Autopilot disengaged.
Is that the ship? Yep.
Docking granted.
Oh, this gate isn't active.
Successfully docked.
Split accept offering. Guest may interact with others. Ceremony starts soon.
Okay.
Split heard you tracked down rebels and released hostage. That reckless Split always find trouble. You track them down quick. Split have request for you. Might improve your reputation here.
Yep, I'm listening.
Local patriarch Noah DeHilp faces justice at Hall of Judgment. Accusation is withholding reparations for Zyarth Patriarchy. He says he is not wealthy enough for such demands. Says his financial records were stolen. Former business partners gave evidence showing many slaves bought from him. Punishment should not be applied without proper investigation, but others Split not willing to take stand. As outsider, maybe you help with investigation.
This sounds like a way in for us. Let's do it.
Okay.
Very well. Split wait for information to support release of Patriarch.
Guests will now honor fallen patriarch Gotipig. Gotipig took up arms to face Zyarth tyranny. A witness will now speak of his bravery.
This split flew under Gotipig in the fires. Honorable fighters and transport took on Zyarth Armada. Big our new Gotipig know how to retreat. Attacking rattlesnake belonging to Zyarth. Patriarch attacked turret head-on. Split witnessed this.
War hero of free families. Patriarch gave life for Split freedom. All guests shall remember his name. All guests shall glorify his victories until greater deeds are done.
Well, that was interesting.
Let's see if we can help this patriarch and make him owe us a favor. He declared his own financial records as stolen, and I don't see any way for us to locate those. But we can review the claims of his business partners. The trading station ought to have records of those transactions, but I'll need Bozo's help to access those.
I have located a potential signal leak to double-check the former business partner's claims.
Maria.
All right, well, I think we're going to leave it right there for now, and we will continue on with this story when we return. Hey, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, we sure would appreciate a subscription. Love watching those subscription numbers going up. Also, if you've enjoyed this, learned anything from it, please give us a thumbs up. Those likes really do tell YouTube that we should get more exposure. Comment, share, all those things go into the YouTube algorithm and it helps us out tremendously. You wouldn't believe how much. So please just take a minute and do that. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. I know everybody's always begging for it, but the reason is it really does help the channel. And we want to provide good content for everybody to enjoy. And so we would like to continue doing this. So we'll pick this up next time. Until then, this is Andy from Aging Gaming. Goodbye.